this is one of the best premiums you can buy, and obviously the premium Germany really deserve, to be honest. Apart from the price, of course. We're talking about the new F-18C that it came as a premium for the Germans. We're gonna try to fly a little bit with the aircraft. Of course, it is a copy-paste aircraft, pretty much the same as the F-18C early of the US, but at the same time, it is such a good premium that I think it's worth to actually do a video about. So, what is the problem with this aircraft? Every single aircraft has one. Well, this one is the price. I gotta say, I still find it a little bit too expensive. Rank 8 premiums, right? Is this a rank 8? It is, right? Yeah. Which means that sometimes it's not really worth it just because of the price. But at the same time, this is one of the best aircraft you can buy. I still believe the Mitsubishi F2, the XF2, whatever you want to call it, is a better option. But this is very close by. Why is that? Well, it's a 12.7 BR aircraft. Look at the aircraft that we are fighting against. F4Ss, JH7s, F-16As. Sometimes you see more third generations, but there's a lot of third generations as you see already. And this means that this thing can beat anything in a dogfight in the BR that it's currently at, basically, right? Like I said, I still believe the Mitsubishi F2 is, and it will be always a better option. But remember, you have a better Sparrow than the F2, but you have a worse IR missile, right? But the thing is, you have a lower BR. This is a 12.7 vehicle, right? So it means that it can be a very good and deadly weapon against lower tiers, right? Which means that it's kind of a sweet spot between having a top tier and a third generation jet, right? So we're gonna try to kill some targets. That target is trying to run away. Very scared of my mighty Sparrow P. Remember, this thing carries the Sparrow P, which has data link and a INS system, which really do help the survivability of basically the missile. What is happening here? Oh god. Yeah, this is not good. For some reason, I just lost the lock. I think he died. There's nothing I can relock here. So we started well, missing 2 missiles, but yeah. Oh well, right? Let's try to get a kill here. Oh, come on, stop turning around and being scared, man. Come near us. Come on. What? Yeah, sparrows, right? As always, you gotta be careful with the sparrows of the world. They are always missing the target for some reason. My god, how many missiles will I need to shoot to get this kill? Jesus Christ. That was sparrows. Like I said, they are always a missile that likes to just miss for no reason, right? Let me just try to kill that target. Yeah, there we go. As you see, the AIM-9Ls are always amazing missiles. Of course, you do not have IRCCM with them, but you do have a lower BR with them, which is pretty good. Like I said, guys, this is the perfect premium for Germany. Yes, it's a copy-paste. Yes, it might be boring because of that, but it is what I think Germany needed as a rank 8 premium, right? A 4th generation that has a low enough BR for you to dominate if you are good enough. And at the same time, it is a very easy aircraft to fly against, higher tiers as well if you need to. You just don't have the missiles. It is pretty much a top tier jet, just like the F2, but with worse missiles. So let's get to another one. Look at the BRs that we are facing, or we are together with. What in the world is this? Look at this. Mirage F1, C200, 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 F4J, UK, Bison. Oh my god, there's literally there's no aircraft that is not a premium jet over here. Jesus, guys, he needs to rethink about some of their choices, right? Look at this. Literally every single aircraft in this match in my team is a premium aircraft, and the majority of them are poor old Mirage F1s, right? So you can see why this thing has the appeal, right? It is an aircraft that is, like I said, it's a top tier jet, basically. The performance is there. But at the same time, it is facing third generation jets, which means that sometimes, and most of the time actually, it will be easier and more fun to play with this, even if you don't have the most modern missiles, than with the top tier F-18, right? So it is a pretty good jet, I gotta say, because of that, right? You just have to pay an enormous amount of money for it, but oh well, welcome to premium aircraft, right? So we do have a lot of vehicles right there. I mean, 20 something kilometers is... Yeah, I don't want to lock on that guy, Raider. I want to lock on this guy. There you go. Now we crank a little bit. Should be an easy kill for the missile if the target doesn't go cold out of nowhere. We do have some 4th generations there that we need to look after it. But yeah, like I said, a lot of premiums, which means a lot of easy kills as well. Let me just go a little bit lower. Over here, we have F-18A. This is Tech 3-1 for the US. Let me go in the middle of my friendlies over here to not get killed by that Sparrow. I don't think it is following me anymore, but... Our objective is to stay alive, right? Everybody will go after that F-18. I'm gonna go after the other ones. See, like MiG-23s, we have MiG-29s, but these are, of course, like 913 ones, 912s, you know, stuff like that. So it is a very good BR this thing faces. It's almost the same as the F2. That's why I love the F2 a little bit more. The only thing that I feel like is that... Oh, that was a bad shot. A bad miss. Is that from time to time, this thing will eventually carry more... Oh, there... Ah! Oh my god! Almost got me, man. Oh! Ah, it got me. So many targets. That was way too many targets. I put myself into that position, which is pretty bad, right? But you saw. Look at the aircraft that we were fighting against. Very easy to get kills with. Very easy to dominate, you know. So it's pretty easy. I love the F2 more because of the AM3. But at the end of the day, this aircraft will be around the same. And it will get more of these matches than the F2. That's why I would consider this... probably the second best premium in the game. Together, of course, with the early F-18C of the US, because they're pretty much the same, right? But you get the point, right? So it's a very good aircraft. I gotta complain about one thing, though. So this aircraft in real life actually used the AIM-9P4s and 5s. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw the AIM-9L, but also the AIM-9P5 on this thing? Remember, the P5 is an all-aspect version of the P, which has an IRCCM of the AIM-9M, which would mean that the AIM-9P5 would have way less energy and turn than the AIM-9L, but it would have an IRCCM. Wouldn't it be a very cool choice to have, since this aircraft used that missile in real life? I think it would, right? But yeah. Anyway, this is it, guys. Amazing aircraft. I love this thing. One of my favorite premiums of the game. I really wish more nations have a premium such as this. At the same time that I think it's too expensive and I don't like the idea of so many premiums in the game, so I'm kind of divided as always, but it is a very good aircraft to fly with. It really is. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys, see you.